What if you weren't the black sheep because something was wrong with you? What if your family simply needed someone to be different, someone to blame, someone to compare, someone to carry the tension nobody else wanted to touch? A family isn't just a group of people, it's an emotional system. And when tension builds inside a system, it has to go somewhere. In yours, it might have landed on you. Not necessarily because you caused it, but because the system needed somewhere to put it. Here's the part that might surprise you. Parents really can treat siblings differently, and research suggests it shapes how each child develops emotionally. So if you remember thinking, why am I always the one who gets blamed? You weren't necessarily imagining the difference. But here's where it gets darker. There's actually a psychological phenomenon called the black sheep effect. Research suggests groups can judge their own disliked or deviant members more harshly than comparable outsiders. Why? Because a stranger doesn't threaten the group's sense of itself. But you're not a stranger. You're part of the family. You noticed the contradictions. You questioned things. You wouldn't always play the role you were assigned. And sometimes that's exactly why your difference became threatening.
And if you're called difficult long enough, you start wondering if you actually are. If you're treated like the outsider long enough, you stop expecting to belong anywhere. The role gets so familiar, it starts to feel like your personality. So you're left with two options. You can keep performing the role they cast you in. Difficult, sensitive, the problem, or you can start asking who you'd be without it. Because maybe the real question was never, what's wrong with me? Maybe it's this: who would I be if I stopped seeing myself through a role I never chose? Being the black sheep may have been a role you were handed. It was never your identity.